Peace. Think fast. Lessons that you learn indirectly from certain people around you that passed away. You know what I'm saying? That a quote unquote, was the good person. That person that never did no wrong. Like that person that, until we get that knowledge of the universe and what's going on, that person that when they die is like, oh, why God had to take them? Like, like why, like I say, without that understanding, because of course, even unknowing, unbeknownst to ourselves and unknowingly, we don't even remember that we signed soul contracts before we got here to have a certain, we're gonna meet up with certain people, we're gonna die at a certain time, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna die at this certain time to wake so and so up. I'm gonna make so and so go through the dark night of the soul by my death, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the way these things work. But you know, just looking at it from a human perspective though, like I think about like how indirectly you learn lessons from watching a person that, felt like it wasn't their time, you know what I'm saying? Because first thing I think to is when I was in college, when I was at Southern University, is what my third year, and matter of fact, and I'm already in school feeling like, like I'm in school for somebody else and this and that, but so to not get off point, but that year I had my first cousin, uh Daryl Daniels, you know what I'm saying? Candyman, rest live forever, you know what I'm saying? And then my cousin, and then another classmate, Delonda Baptiste, which she went to Southern with me. And matter of fact, we both were going to Southern, and she died in like a car accident where she got ran off the road or whatever. As a matter of fact, and live forever, Delonda. But matter of fact, my cousin was like in his early 30s at the time, and Delonda, of course, was the same age as me. So we was at Southern around that time. It was probably like the age of maybe 22, 23, 24, something like that. I say probably 22 or something. But when those two deaths struck around me, you know what I'm saying? Well, first my cousin them, and then what else hit? Where it felt like it wasn't that time. I wasn't supposed to be them. My cousin, he's in a one car accident and gets into a he's in one car, and he gets into an accident by himself and then end up, being something that's, that send him to his grave, but he wasn't even drinking. You know what I'm saying? I thought about that. I'm like, damn, cuz wasn't even drinking at the time and he still, that situation still happened. Because it also make you look at the situation where, all right, if these good people that's close to my age, if Source coming to take them on the transition, then what you think Source gonna do with my Xanax popping, alcoholic, sherm smoking, driving while intoxicated ass? You know what I'm saying? Cause the first thing I'm thinking, I'm like, bro, I even kind of had that little mad feeling like, damn, so it's like, fuck. Almost like shit, you could have took me. Like, I'm the one popping Xanax and always driving and, what I'm saying, put my life in danger. Why you couldn't have took me, you know what I'm saying? That's that stance you have. Like, the same thing with my classmate Delonda. Like, she got into an accident coming into our hometown, coming from college, Christmas Eve night. You know what I'm saying? And that hit me, and I'm like, bro, and that's my age, so I'm like, it make you question a little bit. But like I say, it indirectly teaches you a lesson to, to live your life, and you kind of low key see that things happen for a reason. Well, in some cases, source allows, because if you pay attention, source allows that person to be taken, or that person signs that contract to be taken, because most of the times it wakes their family members or it wakes the people close around them up, whether it's bringing them closer to God or looking at life a little more serious. But you know what I'm saying, those type of debts or transitions is the types that wake people up. As a matter of fact, I always tell people, as a matter of fact, the reason why you know I was in computer science for 3 years at Southern and then quit is because of those two debts. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as that happened, I was like, all right, let me analyze right now. I want to live for myself right now. Because another thing, too, what I always say, nobody going to hop in the casket for you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is going to go on the transition for you. Say, for instance, you've been living your life like how your mama wants you to, and how your daddy, like you living your life. And then when they get to a point where You say for instance, you've been living your life not like how you want, but how your mama wants you to. Then you get to a point where you're ready to, you're about to die. You can't be like, hold on, Source. Since I've been living my life like my mama wanted me to, let her take my place and let me finish living my life how I want to. It don't work like that. And you start to realize that, like, all right, nah, like I need to live for me now. You know what I'm saying? There's no delays, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how I felt in that moment. And it was kind of, I ain't gonna lie, I was part smart, part idiotic, because, here it is. Like, I was making the decision that, like, I want to be myself. Like, I was feeling like I was in school, oh, you're gonna be the first boy to graduate. You know what I'm saying? Just I was feeling like I'm in school for the accolades and for the people, and that I wasn't really going to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just going across the stage. But then, that part was true. But then the stupidity came in. Well, but I was in school already 3 years. I was close to the prime. You know what I'm saying? I was a junior at that point, and I was going to school for computer science, something that I could, writing programs and stuff. So something that I could have, made myself a boss. As soon as I graduated, I could have started my own business. I tell people, you're gonna go to school and something that you could get a job quick in, or create your own job. As soon as you graduate. You know what I'm saying? But these days, I'm trying to tell everybody be your own boss. But that's what I'm saying, man. But to the point though, those type of debts, you know what I'm saying? When those people like, why so and so had to go? Why, you know what I'm saying? That that's like a lesson that helps the people surrounding people to change and learn from that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, nobody gonna. And another thing, that's why like I made that life changing decision, because nobody gonna hop in the casket for you. Mom ain't gonna come out and hold on. Don't let my boy die. Since I was forcing him to live a life like I want him to live, I'ma jump in that casket for him. And he can live the life he always wants. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So since you know how things work, operate accordingly. Plain blank period. You know what I'm saying? But this is a thing fast. So peace. Happy now. Now is the vibrate, of course. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now. Peace.